Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope I'm going live about now. Hopefully, we won't have any technical issues today. I'm streaming despite us having a huge snowstorm here in the area. So, I just want to warn you if there are any hiccups here or anything that isn't an obvious technical flaw, that's most likely the weather's fault. I'm already using the iPhone's personal hotspot because that's usually more serviceable than my Wi-Fi here, but I'm doing as much as I can is what I'm trying to say. Obviously, I'm seeing now my stream is working on my iPad. I will not be turning on the music from the Galaxy event as I talk, because obviously I do want to build up a little to the actual event, and I want to explain how I feel and what kind of things I expect, what kind of things I don't expect, and with that also explain why in some ways I am more excited, in some ways less than I usually am. So I apologize first and foremost for having been gone for quite a while at this point. It's over 3 weeks. First, I took obviously a little Christmas, New Year's vacation, and then I was sick for like 2 weeks. So my voice, I tried to make a video on Monday. My voice completely broke in the process of recording it. Hopefully it's going to be better today. I'm the kind of genius that obviously when my voice breaks 2 days ago, I try to do like a 2-hour stream immediately the second I go online. But I know how important this kind of announcement is for my channel, for also my community. We have 75,000 subscribers. I don't expect all of you to go online, but this is a big deal. Obviously, this is the biggest competition there is for Apple, which ironically right now comes in the back end of the news that Apple has actually beaten Samsung in annual sales for the first time since 2010 when it comes to smartphones. So this is actually a pretty big moment for Samsung, at least I think so, because they do have quite a little bit to prove here, and I'm very excited to see how they're gonna push back. There are a couple of things that obviously Samsung has at their disposal, like obviously Samsung Display, and they're close buddies for obvious reasons, right? They can adopt LTPO maybe earlier than others, which I mean, it's baffling to me that the regular Galaxy S series is only now getting LTPO panels, but it is what it is. Obviously, the Ultra always gets the best kind of panel, then the others get slightly worse panels, but over the last couple of years, I've been really displeased. Look, I understand that Apple tries to cheap out on like the iPhone 14 and 15 Plus. They don't want to go LTPO, they don't want to go triple camera on those phones. That's because those features in their eyes are for the Pro iPhones. But Apple also has a more comprehensive Pro lineup at this point than Samsung. The Galaxy S Ultra series, while a good device by itself, first of all, only comes in one size. Second, it's egregiously expensive for any kind of Samsung product. And third, it just fails to compete in terms of price value versus many Chinese competitors. That is perfectly fine in many ways for the Western market, but now that a lot of the main action is going on in China and India, Samsung definitely needs something better in the sub $1,000 category. Not everybody's MKBHD and is gonna crown like the Galaxy A54 5G or whatever it's called, like the best mid-range device. That's just not the kind of opinion that is widely shared in the Android and Samsung communities. So to me, obviously, I would be an Ultra purchaser if I were like a diehard Samsung fan, because obviously as an iPhone fan, I am an iPhone 15 Pro Max user at the moment. But I also understand the importance of improving their base models, if you want to call them that. Guys, we have 4 people watching, which I'm perfectly grateful for. For one, it's still 20 minutes until the event, and secondly, I've been off for such a long time that I don't expect the algorithm to help me out here. But please let me know, is the audio quality all right? Is the video working well for you? Are there any hiccups? Again, I'm always committed to giving you a good experience, and I'm probably a little bit out of my game as well, so please let me know what you would like for me to talk about and stuff like that as we gradually transition into the actual event. And until then, cheers! I do like, by the way, the stars, which like I know Samsung is like a Korean brand, and obviously they have quite a big Korean presence, but it's like their name is like something with stars actually, right? And the stars have been their logo quite a while ago, but now we just associate Samsung with like the literal word Samsung, and that's just kind of funny. Is it called 4 stars? Or something like that? Does anybody speak Korean in my community before I go out to translate it? Which I don't think I actually will. By the way, I'm just gonna play the audio, gonna see how that works for all of us, so it doesn't get too loud. Because I do want to get ready. I mean, it starts in 20 minutes. I guess I could have started a little later. But I do actually want to talk about quite a little bit of stuff, and that mainly comes down to some of the rumors that we have gotten. I'm just gonna make this as quiet as possible and hope it doesn't trigger anything copyright related. So let me just briefly see how to do. Okay, sorry, my cat jumped on the table. Just have to be careful with my Coke right now. Okay, so this works. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about first and foremost, right? And I think I'm just gonna make those like discussion points, right? Let's start with the most obvious one, because I think this is where we are hitting some. I think this is obvious, like, for example, look at Apple, right? Apple has like the A17 for the Pros, or it's even called the A17 Pro, right, to reflect that. And then they have the A16 Bionic, a 4nm chip for the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus. That is actually pretty similar to what Samsung is trying to do this year, right? And they mainly want to divide their devices now between the Exynos, which I believe would be now the Exynos 2400, right? That would be the Galaxy S24, so that would be the smallest and worst model. Then we don't fully know if the Galaxy S24 Plus. Again, please let me know if you actually followed the rumors more than I did, because as I said, I've been really sick the last 2 weeks, so it's really hard for me to tell. So the Galaxy S24 Plus is apparently both Exynos plus Snapdragon. I'm just gonna write it like this, S8 Gen 3, right? And then as far as I know, the Ultra would just be the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, right? And then we would have on the Galaxy S24 series, we would have here like 8 gigs of RAM. I think here we would have 8 or 12 gigabytes, and then here we would have only 12 gigabytes, which might sound good because obviously the previous Ultra started with 8 gigabytes of RAM, which is good because obviously the iPhone 15 Pro Max is 8 gigabytes, but Android is quite a little bit more inefficient when it comes to RAM usage. Also, they are trying a lot of AI stuff that you might want to have running in the background and stuff like that. So it's good that they are moving comprehensively to 12 gigabytes. But in my opinion, there's still obviously the question here, how how sufficient is that to fight off like the strong competition from China, like the Xiaomi 14 series that will soon get like the Ultra, the OnePlus 12 generation, the Vivo X100, and I assume many more, right? So I'll just try to look up as much as I can for a second. Right, so Galaxy S24 rumors. I assume we would get quite a lot of nice like last minute stuff. That's 13 minutes ago. Everything we know so far, here's like CNET. I usually trust those guys. So what do we have? Yeah, by the way, we are getting a lot of AI stuff. We are getting stuff like live translation. We're getting supposedly enhanced nightography zoom, which will not only use AI, but also a much larger zoom camera, which the 5x, the new one is going to replace the previous 10x zoom, but it's a much larger sensor, higher resolution, wider aperture. So it's going to be better in low light scenarios, and I assume it probably will have better image stabilization as well. So partially why they have to, why I'm a little worried about the processor situation does come down to the fact that I don't know how well AI will run on like the Exynos chip. And I don't just mean performance, but I really mean battery life, because the Exynos will be manufactured on Samsung's latest 4nm design. So will be the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. It will be on TSMC's latest 4nm design. So you kind of like see my point, right? Samsung isn't known to have the best chip designs or the best foundries right now, and they're competing with literally like the best Android chip right now, and the second best this TSMC has to offer, which would be like N4P. But yeah, let's just see what we have here. So the prices are extremely similar. I understand there are like some small fluctuations between regions, right? Where some regions are getting like small price decreases and stuff like that, but I don't actually think this matters that much. What will be the biggest new feature? They're marketing AI as the biggest feature. At least that's what we have like seen from Twitter leaks and stuff like that for like marketing materials. We have like the 200 megapixel camera, which I believe is a slightly more modern sensor than before, but the same size and generally very similar optics. Then the ultra wide is like staying the same, and then we get like the same 3x as before, which is downright terrible. I don't even know why you need it instead of trying to put in a better main camera that might do like better just like digital zoom. And then yeah, the new 5x versus 10x on the Ultra. Will there be multiple Galaxy S24? Okay, so design and display. This is important. On the regular models, we are keeping armor aluminum, as they call it. This now will move into the second generation, so supposedly more durable or more scratch resistant, doesn't matter. It's aluminum. I don't expect many groundbreaking changes. The Ultra will follow the iPhone 15 Pro, 15 Pro Max, and like I believe the Xiaomi 14 Pro in adopting titanium, which is quite nice. Titanium does have some other problems, like it is technically worse than aluminum when it comes to heat transfer, and it's worse than aluminum when it comes to our radio frequency transparency, and it's actually a little heavier than aluminum. So while for Apple moving from stainless steel, which is worse than titanium in all those aspects, right, it's even heavier, it's about the same when it comes to like heat transfer and stuff like that. But nevertheless, titanium on the iPhone was a big improvement, because the iPhone Pros were quite heavy for their size, and the titanium chassis helped bring that down without decreasing battery capacity, removing cameras, important features and stuff like that. On the S24 Ultra, now it is definitely a much more premium material than the aluminum before, but now it will have to deal with issues that previously, for example, the S24 Ultra could have avoided in some ways, right? It makes it more expensive, it makes it more difficult to produce, it adds some of those other problems. So if Samsung were maybe wanted to like give us a larger battery this year, well, now it's kind of really, there's no way to achieve that without significantly blowing up the device's size and weight, because the titanium in of itself is heavier than the aluminum they previously used. So adding any kind of extra battery would kind of kill that, right? It would make the device heavier, most likely, than the 14 and 13 Pro series. Than the Ultra, than the Pro Maxes. I'm sorry. I always, when there's like Ultra and Pro Max and Plus and everything in one conversation, I tend to get a little confused. Why do they need to make like so a 6.1 inch base Galaxy S24, 6.6 inch S24 Plus, 6.8 inch S24 Ultra. We are getting now a full flat screen on the Ultra, which is a big improvement in my opinion. That will make it ever so slightly wider, unfortunately, if you want to see it that way, but it is going to be a better like viewing experience, because there's no curved screen, nothing that basically detracts from your previous experiences. So there were rumors that like the display is a little larger here on the base models, right? Going from 6.1 to 6.2 and from 6.6 6.7. I don't know which one is entirely correct. However, Blas, which I believe is a Twitter leaker, right, has been quite reliable in the past. So I actually tend to be more here, but then again, those are very small differences to like the original rumors that we had, and those would be the sizes, the same sizes as we had last year. So what about the cameras? We know that we're keeping like the 50 megapixel main on the S24 and S24 Plus, and we're keeping the 200 megapixel on the Ultra, mostly with the same sensors from everything we've heard. But yeah, I actually don't know that. Some earlier reports tells we'll see a much larger main camera sensor. I actually don't remember that. Oh yeah, that was never going to happen. Everything points to the S26 Ultra being the first generation that will have like a 1 by 1.1 inch sensor. Yeah, I have no idea how this rumor ever came to be. Samsung has to be really price conscious right now. They cannot kill their margins. Their margins are already terrible. And they cannot really afford to make their devices more expensive, because making their devices more expensive would make them less competitive with their competition. So the camera specs will remain essentially the same. Yeah, that's what I've mostly said already, which is a shame. And that's the same way they're phrasing it, as the S24 Ultra cameras haven't really changed that much for a few generations. This is false. I have no idea what they're saying here. Ice Universe has suggested this the S24 Ultra 3X could get a resolution bump to 50 megapixels. That's not happening. Every rumor that is relatively recent is pointing that the 50 megapixel one is the 5X, the 3X is staying the same. They're basically just afraid to remove the 3X because then they wouldn't be able to say that they have one extra camera, and they fear that in markets that are very, very like hardware conscious, like India, where people really value, oh, how many cameras, what resolution, right? I know that because I do have a lot of people from India in my community, and I respect that kind of value seeking. Now, putting in a camera that is ancient at this point, in my opinion, is quite an insult to the people actually seeking value from extra cameras and not just looking at the spec sheet and saying, oh, I want an extra camera because I want an extra camera. But yeah, that ain't happening. What you're seeing here, we are getting an extra we are getting basically a downgrade from 10x zoom to 5x, but then we are getting a much better sensor and optics on top of that. Yeah, and they're basically confirming that here. Which, by the way, I've wanted to make a video about this. I just find it funny that Samsung is now basically doing a downgrade that puts them on one level with the Pixel 7 Pro and the iPhone 15 Pro Max. I honestly expected Samsung to do something crazy by now, which would be like have varied zoom, right, or adjustable zoom, basically real optical in and out zoom like you would have from a traditional camera. So maybe that from the range of like 3 or even like 5x to 10x you could pull off optical zoom. There are some Sony arrangements that can do that. LG supposedly has a technology that allows that. Apple probably will adopt it in like 2 or 3 years depending on cost and logistics, and I kind of expected something to pull off something here that is similar to what they did with Periscope, right? They were years and years ahead of basically everyone else when it came to Periscope, and obviously Apple took quite a little bit of time to adopt their tetraprism designs. But yeah, apparently they're doing the sensible solution that is like, by the way, that's supposed to be the Pixel 8 Pro. I don't know which zoom the Pixel 7 Pro has, and also the Pixel 8 Pro is just the more contemporary competition. The S24 and S24 Plus will have a 50 megapixel sensor. They have like 3x telephoto options. Yeah, okay, so the processor, right? I've covered this, or tried to cover this. They will use the Gen 3. Samsung may revert to using its own Exynos chip in certain regions, right? I'm almost convinced that the US will get like only Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. Quite honestly, I don't expect them to believe that they can sell a single S24 without a Snapdragon chip in the US. Where in the US it goes beyond just efficiency and stuff like that. The modem is also way better and stuff like that, which Samsung has like a decent modem, but it's definitely not the newest one. And so yeah, I expect Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 in the US, but when it comes to Exynos for other chips, for other regions, I don't quite know if it will be also partially for the S24 Plus or only for the S24. Right after the stream is done, we are checking Samsung's website to see exactly what is happening, and I'll try to check like different regions. Obviously for me Germany is quite important, and I do know that I have no historical trust in Exynos whatsoever. I really would expect a price decrease almost if they go that route. Again, I cannot guarantee that, but that's kind of what I would expect to see. So I believe the battery sizes are actually up right from the previous gen. So we are going from 3900 milliampere hours to 4000 on the base S24, which I think is a really, really good thing, because the battery on the base models, because there's a lot of background tasks in Android in general that are sometimes hard to deal with, you basically are completely dependent on the actual like capacity of the battery if you happen to have the same processor, right? A smaller screen does not help you with background tasks, because if the screen is off, then an S24 and S24 Ultra might be currently doing the exact same task, but one happens to have 25% larger capacity, right? So I'm glad they're not even just keeping the same capacity, but moving upwards. Quite nice is the change for the S23 Plus, which moves from 4700 milliampere hours to 4900, and then the Ultra is keeping 5000. I don't know at what point we could see them going beyond, maybe to 5200. We are seeing more high-end Android competitors going beyond 5,000, 5,500, some with 6,000, some really large phones with 6,500 recently. So that's quite a big thing that Samsung has to overcome. Obviously, they still have the S Pen. We expect them to keep the IP68 resistance. So yeah, there's this isn't the best summary. I kind of expected a little more. I guess this was maybe a little like hastily put together. And I should also say that, for example, my complaining about the S24 Ultra cameras, they could become null and void, because similar to how the 15 Pro Max has way better cameras than the 14 Pro Max, even though they are hardware-wise basically identical, it's because it comes down to the processor and the algorithms used by it, right? The image signal processor that is baked into the A17 Pro is way better than the one in the A16, and similarly, also Apple just refuses to backport algorithms to older devices for the most part. This is how the iPhone 14 Pro has A16 but doesn't have Smart HDR5. In the iPhone 15 that has the same processor does have Smart HDR5. So there's a little bit of anti-consumer things going on here at Apple too. I'm just saying that those cameras could deliver better results than you expect, because the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 has a way better image signal processor than the 8 Gen 2 before it. I don't know, obviously, if the Exynos will kind of negatively impact the base model, but obviously the Ultra will not have to suffer from that. So let's return to YouTube. And it's starting. That's awesome. They have 178,000 viewers. I have quite a few less. I'll make it a little louder. I hope that my voice mixes well with whatever they're doing. I'll try to maybe reload. Okay, no, I'm not doing anything wrong. Okay, it starts with the same sound. That's what I usually hate, because that's like so confusing always when like an event has like the same starting music as like the music that was playing for half an hour already. But yeah, it's definitely starting. By the way, I'm keeping the screen this size because this is usually the best way to avoid any copyright claims if you otherwise have like something completely full screen, and this way my face doesn't cover up anything important going on. And this way we also have like the notes sheet right below, so we can take notes basically. And I'm leaving the notes here so that I can basically state my opinion on something, see how it evolves, and see if Samsung is basically living up to stuff I expected or not.
Everyone's searching for the next big thing in technology, but the next big thing isn't this.
Integration, encryption, quantum.
And it's definitely not this.
That's why I'm a trailblazer, a groundbreaker, a pioneer, and most of all, a disruptor.
No. Galaxy believes the next big thing is you.
Me? Really?
Yes, look at you. You're an artist. You're open to experiment.
Oh no, they're telling us that thanks to AI we are all the influencers now.
It's never easy, but you open your heart.
Hi, I'm live. I have a play this weekend. Hi, do you like theatre? Sorry?
You open conversation.
Live translate.
You do this, you do that. You go... You know that big thing I was talking about? Well, with Galaxy AI, you'll open even more possibilities. You'll open your imagination. Open more ways to be, you know, creative.
I love how meaningless the things on screen actually are, right? Like, what is she an architect?
You made that.
Wait, what exactly did she make?
Galaxy AI in your hands.
Like, Samsung doesn't even know what they're advertising. Like, there was no product on screen, right? Like, no actual AI product. It just was like gobbledygook in like the virtual space.
Hello everyone. It is my pleasure and privilege to share this moment with you. Today, we create a new beginning by harnessing something that will forever change our connection with the world and open a new era of innovation. A transformative force that gives each of us
I wonder with stuff like this if it ever gets memed to death as much as like Apple's 5G for like the iPhone 12 series, because they've already said AI about as often as Apple said 5G in the entire iPhone 12 event.
will bring about great change in the mobile industry and in a way we live. We believe Samsung Galaxy will democratize this change. As mobile devices,
I mean, ChatGPT has been available for like a year.
Samsung Galaxy will be an open gateway for secure and meaningful AI experiences on a global scale.
Is this the S24 Ultra already? Is this titanium?
And empower people to unlock their potential. As an engineer, first and foremost, my job is to define what's possible today, to build something better for tomorrow.
Bro, if I had made like a drinking game out of this, where like I drank every time AI was on the screen, even if I was drinking beer, I would be like hammered at this point.
Samsung Galaxy AI is the spark that ignites new possibilities. Imagine communicating freely across barriers of language and cultural nuance.
The problem is this isn't a software event, right? Like this isn't like a developers conference or something like that. Oh my god.
Awakening your inner artist and telling unforgettable stories when anybody can perfectly frame, shoot, and edit to capture the
No,
magic.
not everyone can do that.
Great art is unlocked in everyone. Imagine simplifying your life and amplifying the things you love, like finding what you want by gesturing at what you see.
Oh yeah, that's by the way, I didn't mention that they will have like a circle to search, which like you basically circle something with the S Pen and it activates Google Lens. That's cool. That's the one thing I really like here.
Reaction that lights up new opportunities.
Oh my god, they use way more buzzwords than Apple ever does in like such a short period of time. Apple usually comes to a new topic before they start throwing around buzzwords.
Becomes real. With Galaxy AI, S24 Series is the device that brings to life your vision of a better tomorrow.
I mean, like, a better tomorrow, it's AI, it's content creation to a degree.
Every new technological advancement.
It's like what? It's like the wallpaper creation feature you have?
AI on secure hardware and software that can help protect you and keep you in
I really want to have an analysis how much AI is there in Samsung Knox. Like, we've had AI features that are essentially just like tried and true algorithms that have nothing to do with what we consider AI these days. It's like everything is AI.
There's another exciting piece of news to share.
We actually have some new
You'll
products.
be able to use Galaxy devices safely and reliably for longer. Because we plan to support 7 years of security updates and 7 generations of OS upgrade, starting with Galaxy S24 Series.
With the S24K. That's actually interesting. I've heard that it might only be for, that only securities would be,
Together with the Samsung
7
Galaxy AI, we will reshape
of
the
OS
technology
upgrades
landscape.
is
We are
awesome.
opening a
That's
new chapter
that's a really
beyond
good
where
thing.
we
I have nothing negative to say
unleash
against
your
about that.
potential.
Will also help with like resale value. It will help with like handing down a device to family and friends. It's really good. That's partially why I can like give my grandma my iPhone XS and know that she has like a good product that even I know my way around because it's not outdated.
Welcome to your Eureka moment. Thank you.
Of course, the Ultra. This is, I think Apple actually gives like their base models a lot more time to breathe during a presentation. You can argue that those models might not even deserve it that much these days. But Apple shows like the iPhone 15, the iPhone 15 Plus, and only then the Pros. Samsung is like already, here's the Ultra. Oh, and by the way, we have some cheaper models too.
Innovation is empowering. As technology advances, its impact on our lives continues to expand. Today, we'll show you all the possibilities that Galaxy AI holds. Possibilities that
I mean, you aren't talking about the product at all?
We're so excited to share all we anticipate this technology can do for you. One of the most important and essential things we do every day is communicate with each other. It's how we express ideas and build relationships. But if we don't share the same language as someone, we can miss opportunities for connection.
Can you see my cat in the background, by the way? She's like super cute right now.
For example, have you ever used a rideshare app while traveling abroad? You get a call from the driver, but you can't communicate because you don't speak their language. Simple situations can become complicated.
I mean,
We're thrilled
you almost never get calls from ride sharing. Everything is handled automatically. But it is a cool feature, right? I'll be fair. Live
in a language you don't speak. The Galaxy S24 Series
translate
can provide live translations of your
sounds.
call, both verbally and on screen, right away.
Hola, esta llamada se está traduciendo y subtitular de forma simultánea.
Hello? Can I make a reservation for tomorrow at 7 p.m.?
Hola, ¿puedo hacer una reserva para mañana a las 7 de la noche?
Por supuesto. ¿Para cuántas personas?
Of course. For how many people?
Table for 2, please.
Mesa para 2, por favor.
¿A nombre de quién?
Under whose name?
Harrison.
Harrison.
Gracias. Nos vemos mañana.
I'll be a little skeptical if it like recognizes names that well, because names can be really tricky sometimes.
Amazing, right? It's like having your own personal interpreter on your calls. The Galaxy S24 Series offers real-time, two-way call translations within the native call app. It'll support audio and text translations for up to 13 languages at launch.
No Russian.
Right there on the device.
Usually Russia is like one of those first few languages, but since the war, it's just important to me because Russian is originally my first language.
You don't have to make updates before you have your next conversation. And Live Translate works no matter what kind of phone the other person is using, even a landline. So,
I thought he might say even an iPhone.
Or enjoy exploring local hotspots while traveling. Live Translate makes it easy to have those conversations.
Oh, it's Live Translate. Why did I write live, like, you know, like live, the life of a person?
Interpreter. Whether you're lost and asking for directions, or speaking to a merchant.
I mean, like, I hate this shit. It's like, it's translation. Translation is nothing new.
Can you tell me how to get there?
Yeah, like, yeah, we even with like this exact same interface, I can throw it up on my iPhone right now. This is not an AI feature. Like, it can be enhanced by AI, but this feature has existed for a long, long time.
Es muy fácil de encontrar. No se lo perderá.
It's very easy to find. You can't miss it.
You fucking moron.
Gracias.
Thanks.
What you say will be
you see, nobody is applauding this because nobody even expected something like the live translate stuff. It's because it's live, because it's using data that's coming in from a phone call, because it has like the new user interface. That's when people cheered. But now they've shown off an app that has existed across iPhone and Android for years and years.
That experience was built right into our Samsung keyboard to help you directly translate words or phrases.
Okay, so they've built it an extension of the keyboard. That does not change the fact that this feature has existed.
In the chat window. Here,
What?
shows how it works. Please welcome Heejin.
I mean, it's a translation feature. Like, how many people have like really deep, long conversations with others who don't speak their language?
Works because I use it often.
Don't get me wrong, it's nice to have, but it's like it's like
one of my friends from Spain messaged me to say
one of my friends from Spain who I totally don't speak the same language with, but we somehow become like deep personal friends.
Now with Chat Assist, we can communicate in Spanish too.
Like, there are scenarios, right, like living abroad a semester and stuff like that. Bring that up. Don't talk shit about like, oh, I have like a friend in Spain who somehow doesn't speak English and I don't speak Spanish. Okay, I do like the guerrilla marketing for RCS message though, down below. I do appreciate that. If you want to actually commit to something, I like that. Wait, why does it still say RCS message on top? Is it so that if you like lose connectivity, it will tell you that it's an SMS? This will, by the way, confuse people, like when it says like RCS in the window, because most people will not understand what that means.
Let me reply.
It's cool, by the way, that it works automatic, so I'll just put it all under live translate, because obviously this is sort of live with like text messaging, but like the app they have shown, which like bro, this has existed for years and years. Good on you for baking this into like the keyboard, but it's nothing groundbreaking. Oh, and I believe that, doesn't Google support something like this already in like Android? Or is it only on Pixel devices, or did I imagine it entirely?
Innovations can help you stay connected. Because language barriers shouldn't keep us from staying in touch. Right, Drew?
That's right, Heejin.
What
the Galaxy S24
this
Series
is so
can help us
cringe.
connect and communicate with people in other languages. It can also help us communicate better in our own languages too. You can select different styles of conversations on Google Messages. So when you're writing a casual message to a friend, you can choose a chill or excited tone. For work, you can choose to be more formal. There's even a Shakespearean tone when you're feeling a little whimsical.
Oh god, this is so cringe.
And this all happens on device on the Galaxy S24 series.
That's the best
It's
part.
Google's most efficient AI model built for on-device tasks.
Oh, it uses Gemini.
And now with photo emoji on Google Messages.
Oh, so it will probably come to every Android device anyway.
Opening up whole new ways to express yourself.
Oh my god, a feature that is exactly like the one on iPhone. How great.
Notes, chats, and social media using the Samsung keyboard. So, if you're writing a caption for your feed, you can apply this social tone for a more expressive, creative post.
What?
We're also making it easier to communicate while you're on the road. Android Auto brings the best of the Galaxy experience to your car, allowing you to safely navigate, access your favorite media, and stay connected.
What does this have to do
Let's
with
say you're
AI?
driving and your friends are messaging you in a group chat. With the power of AI, you'll be able to set Android Auto to automatically summarize your group messages. So you
What?
can keep in touch while staying focused on the road.
What? No! That sounds horrible! Like, why would I not just wanted to read out the messages?
Android Auto will also suggest relevant replies and actions you can take without touching your phone.
Oh, Jesus!
So
Just...
if you're on your way to meet a friend and they send you a new location, no problem. With a single tap, you'll be able to navigate to a destination you just received via text.
Okay, that's good, but it's...
Easily share your ETA, or even send a quick reply. Android Auto keeps you connected while you're on the road.
It still requires so much looking at the
Intuitive
screen.
UI, right on your car's dashboard, you'll have a seamless experience that makes it easy to just get in the car and go. So we've seen how AI can help you communicate, but it can also help you be more productive. Heejin, want to tell us more?
Absolutely.
I'm seeing that there are already like breakdowns of the S24, by the way, on YouTube. Which, like, thanks. So great that I cannot just like...
That helps you recall who said what and provides a quick recap of lectures and conversations can be helpful.
By the way, I'm sorry, I wanted to deactivate ads for this video. I forgot that.
On our Galaxy devices has had speech-to-text available in different languages. Now, instead of creating a basic transcript, Galaxy AI can distinguish between different speaking voices and will even create a short and sweet summary of what was said.
Why do I need a summary by an AI assistant from a call that I've had? It's so useless. All this AI stuff is...
Take as many notes as I do. Can be tricky to stay organized.
By the way, I'm pretty sure that Apple will have some of those features too, and they will be similarly useless to me as well.
But Samsung Notes can clean that up in a snap.
Why clean up? Why not turn them into
Note
regular
Assist,
text?
It's so easy to organize my thoughts. Let me show you what I mean. When I'm in a meeting or a brainstorming session, I often jot things down quickly and need to reorganize my notes later to make sense of them.
Really? Okay.
Here are some notes from a team project. I can tidy things up by adding a bit of structure like headings and bullets to my notes. Just like that.
Okay, that's like a nice organization feature. If you use, by the way, a really proper Notes app, you don't really need it this way. It's because it's really easy to bring that stuff up. But I guess if you do that in a very basic Notes app, it's okay.
Now, I can quick share these notes with my team. But wait, they don't need to read everything I wrote down. They just need the key points.
No, why? What?
Galaxy AI can help with that.
No, why, what is up with all this summary stuff? Why do you trust an AI to know what is meaningful during a presentation?
how simple that was?
I mean, the group also look like the group also decided to meet every Wednesday. It's like this is not even that much summarized.
No assist has got you covered.
Jesus Christ.
Thanks, Heejin. Samsung's mobile innovation leadership is driving all new AI-powered experiences to help support and enhance your day-to-day. Everything you've seen so far is just a glimpse at how we see advanced intelligence on mobile devices working to help you. But our vision for mobile intelligence doesn't stop there. We're excited to be working with trusted partners to bring best-in-class intelligence to your phones.
Yeah, there are like 1 million Galaxy S24 videos already. Thanks, Samsung. Jesus Christ.
Welcome to the future.
Oh yeah, that's by the way my favorite feature that I've seen from like the rumors.
Welcome to the future. Welcome to the future. Welcome to the future. Welcome to the future. Welcome to the future.
Now, I'd like to introduce a special guest and my good friend. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Hiroshi. Hi, Hiroshi.
Hi, TM.
We are so excited to have you back at Unpacked.
Thank you very much.
Samsung is committed to open collaboration and innovation that helps deliver incredible experiences for billions of people.
Sorry.
To enhance the entire Android ecosystem, we will open up the new era of mobile AI together with Google. By combining our deep expertise.
I hate being negative about this, but you actually have some decent features, yet you cannot talk about the actual device first. Talk about like how the processor actually enables those features.
A new way to search that takes the best of Google's innovation realized on the groundbreaking Galaxy S24 series. The possibilities are truly endless. I will pass it over to Hiroshi to share more about our partnership.
Thanks, TM.
I mean, his name is literally
The new
TM?
Galaxy S24
Interesting.
Series looks amazing. A huge
I thought that was some kind of
congratulations to the
abbreviation.
entire Samsung team. Our partnership continues to go strong as we create new ways to do more with Google on Galaxy devices. You just saw how we're working together on Google Messages and Android Auto. And that's just the beginning. I'm excited to announce that Google Cloud and our Gemini models are unlocking new generative AI functionality on Galaxy devices, like the really cool Note Assist and Transcript Assist features from Samsung you just saw. It's been wonderful to see our teams collaborate closely on this new multi-year partnership to deliver helpful AI experiences and services to Samsung users. And there's one other really exciting thing we've been working together on. Since the beginning of Android, people have turned to Google Search to feed their curiosity. Smartphones unlock the ability to access knowledge right from the palm of your hand in any place in the world. So we've been asking ourselves, how can AI help unlock new ways to search inside apps on your phone? To tell you more.
Okay, this is the feature I'm most excited about. I think it's actually the feature where you can talk about, oh, our device actually has like an S Pen, so
Google
something.
Search has long been a place where you can find information.
So let's
to
see
help
how well
address
it works.
questions, whether they're big or small. And through our advancements in AI, we've unlocked completely new ways to express what you're looking for in the way that's most natural to you. And with cameras, microphones, and the world's information at your fingertips. We've been able to go far beyond text search. In fact, Google's advancements have already made it possible to ask a question with your voice, to find the name of a song by humming it, even if you're out of tune, and search what you see through Google Lens.
I know that all those features are like fun, like, oh, hum a song. I just don't think those features belong in a presentation like this.
Helping you search anyway.
Also, the pacing of Samsung events is as atrocious as ever.
Major milestone with you today.
I still think these presentations are better than the Pixel events, but only barely at this point.
Our phones are really a window to the world's information.
Like, everybody repeats the same bullshit. It's like Apple does not bring up a billion times from every keynote reader, like, iPhones have transformed our way of life. It's like, for every feature, my god.
To learn more. So today we're introducing a solution. I'm thrilled to unveil Circle to Search.
And Circle to Search. This is the feature that I've been most excited about since I saw the leaked marketing slides. And by the way, I'm glad that it's happening through Google, because at least this way I know that it's using like relatively recent algorithms. It's not dependent on Samsung too much. I'm sorry.
So let's take this example where I'm interested in what a creator is wearing in their social post.
Oh yeah, by the way, this shit never works. Like super good clothes recognitions. I've tried like Lens regularly for all kinds of features, food stuff and whatever else they advertise. It never is as good as they say.
Just long press the home button to invoke Circle to Search. And from there you can select any item, like these sunglasses.
You see? The searches below that already were far less relevant.
Without leaving where you are, you could also scribble the bag.
Also, if it's like an actual...
I've been really into this padded bag trend lately, so we'll definitely be checking these out. It's so amazing, right? Or if I wanted to know more about the boots instead, I could just tap on them quickly to look those up.
Okay, that's cool, the fact that you can just tap, but then again, are those actually the same boots is my question. Because those are white boots without any like super recognizable like elements.
And come across what looks like a really delicious corn dog that you want to know more about. With the power of generative AI,
generative AI.
Complex and nuanced questions than ever before. So you can more easily understand concepts or topics through helpful information that's pulled together from across the web. So I can circle the corn dog and ask a question like, why are these so popular?
What?
And I quickly learn that these treats are Korean corn dogs.
Yeah, that totally answers, by the way, my questions. Why are these so popular?
Crunchy and gooey at the same time.
Creative flavors, visual appeal. It's all, by the way, like
This is all possible due to Google's deep understanding of information in its many forms, paired with our world-class ranking systems to deliver helpful, high-quality...
I don't want to shit on this. A lot of it is really cool as a concept. But when people, like... I don't understand why I would need to, like, ask generative AI about corn dogs. I'm sorry.
Select on your screen to begin your search. Okay, so we've talked a bit about this exciting innovation, but let's actually see the magic in action.
I just want to mention, by the way, we are half an hour into the presentation of new hardware and haven't heard a single thing about new hardware specifications.
She loves vintage clothes and she wants to know if I know of any thrift stores around Camden Market. So I can just long press the home button and select the text in her message. Let's do that again.
Let's do that again, because obviously the interface is quite a little...
Instantly currently see some options that thrift stores I can go to. Is that amazing?
I mean, you could have just
So it looks
said
like
in
London
the
has a
search,
really
like
awesome
thrift stores.
thrifting scene, and
I mean,
I think
yeah,
this
it basically
has
saves you copy and
one. It
paste,
has a great
right?
rating, so I think we'll go there. Now, my friend also says that there's this chicken restaurant in Covent Garden that I guess serves an entire fried chicken. It sounds amazing, but I have absolutely no clue what she's talking about. But again, with Circle to Search, I can just long press the home button, and I can circle the text here, and how amazing is that?
Is that the right restaurant, is my
This
question?
place called Chicken Sours.
Because we've had like super impressive AI demos by like Humane AI, right? The AI pin company. And they showed you like bullshit. Like, this is not the whole chicken.
Now, if you're anything like me,
In the, I don't want to be a party pooper, but it's like,
so let's say I'm browsing.
like there's no fact checking
I
here.
see this kind of interesting hanging chair here. I'd like to know more, but I wouldn't even know what to say. So again, with Circle to Search, I long press the home button.
Okay, yeah, I admit for something like this,
I use my finger or the S Pen, and up pops some results.
I'll admit this is good. Because sometimes, yeah, you might have no context clue, or you might not have a real understanding what to search
There are
for.
even more options, and I can click on any of these. It's just so magical. I can just
It's a
learn more
hammock,
about
yeah, it's a hanging
anything that I
hammock, yeah,
see.
okay.
With Circle to Search, the power of Google AI is just a press away, no matter where you are on your phone.
I just don't...
Only on Android. And it
What?
absolutely.
Only on it? This is a Samsung presentation.
Circle to Search will be available across all 3 models of the Galaxy S24 series.
Of course it will. That's why you made it like home button dependent and not the S Pen.
This incredible new capability is the result of deep collaboration.
I
with
really want
Samsung.
to know how it
And we're
impacts
thrilled
like
to bring
battery
the
life and
latest
stuff like
innovations
that.
from Google Search to Galaxy users around the world. We look forward to building on our extensive partnership with Samsung as we enter this next era of AI-powered experiences. And with that, I'll hand it back to Drew.
I would be shocked if most of this wasn't gonna come to Pixel in like the same fashion almost.
The smartphone search experience, making it easier for you to search without switching apps, even when you can't find the words to describe what you're looking for. We're so excited to be working with our friends at Google to provide Galaxy S24 users with a new way to search. The Galaxy S24 series will empower you to do incredible things in brand new ways. And we know how important it is to safeguard your privacy along the way.
Okay.
So, with the Galaxy S24 series, making decisions about
But
your data
how
using
how
your
the
hands,
fuck do you bring up privacy before you talk about the
transparency
actual
and
hardware?
full control.
AI
Under
processing.
advanced intelligence settings, you can decide whether you want to allow online processing and full functionality.
I mean, how
of
would
AI.
Circle to Search work only on
In
device?
addition, the security and privacy dashboard allows you to easily understand which apps recently accessed your location data or camera. And you
Great.
can remove access with just a tap.
Great.
But security goes beyond just our smartphones. Most of us have multiple devices that connect with each other. And we're committed to the security required for that level of connectivity. With Knox Matrix, Samsung Cloud securely syncs and backs up your data and settings across your Galaxy devices.
Everything is like
End-to-end
marketing
encryption.
words. Like
That means
Matrix.
only you have access to the data on your devices.
Okay, that's nice.
It's all
I mean,
part of how we continue to strengthen our security so you can choose to access safe technology that works for you. As you've seen, there are many ways that Galaxy AI can help enhance your everyday life. It can also go a step further and help unleash our creativity.
are we not gonna talk about the actual devices here? What are you applauding for? The fact that we got a new PowerPoint slide?
The Galaxy experience has always been fueled by our commitment to meaningful innovation. Last year, Galaxy S23 Ultra empowered users to capture epic, professional-grade content. Today,
How?
Galaxy S24 Ultra will maximize your creative freedom with a wide-ranging suite of AI tools powered by an all-new Pro Visual Engine. Tara, are you ready to show everyone what the Galaxy S24's camera can do?
Yes, Hamid. I've seen posts that the S series
Product
is a
specialist.
must-bring item
It's
for
an
concerts.
interesting term.
That's why, when we went to see band Tomorrow by Together, we brought along the Galaxy S24 Ultra to replicate the fan experience. See? Although it's a dimly lit environment, and we were far away, with the Galaxy S24's nightography and spacesuit, we were able to zoom in to see TXT as if we were in the front row.
Wait, you looked at them through the camera? You know they're like usually giant screens during such presentations.
Even their facial expressions.
Galaxy S24 Ultra comes with a quad tele-camera system,
No,
including a
it
new
doesn't.
5x optical lens and a 50-megapixel sensor, so you can take high-quality videos and photos from afar.
Finally.
And pixels are now 1.6 times larger than before, allowing them to capture
Yeah, because you had to
more
really
light from
trash
wider
one
and clearer
before.
output. The tele-camera on the Galaxy S24 Ultra now has a wider OIS correction angle to increase the steadiness of your footage.
Yeah, because the one before was trash.
The next level camera of Galaxy S24 Ultra produces not only epic videos, but epic photos too.
What do
Let's take a
you...
look.
Yeah, it better, like... Completely meaningless garbage. It's like... Okay, maybe that's like a fun mini movie.
Mon Dieu! Lots of visitors today. Look at this line.
They're all here for the Mona Lisa. She's always been this popular. Look at them, especially those people. How do they expect to get pictures from all the way back there?
How do you advertise better zoom while downgrading from 10x to 5x?
What does it do?
It's Samsung's smartest AI-powered camera ever.
But why would I want AI when it...
Zoom in their day-to-day.
Like, when it comes to capturing like an image as is, why would I want...
Zoom lens with 50-megapixel sensor. They closed the gap between the 3x and 10x zoom lenses and found the optimal hardware combination for high-quality photos. And
So there are no return to 10x. You've now said it's the optimal.
Top-notch optical quality in 10x zoom.
Get a shot of us too.
That is impressive. How does it work?
The Galaxy S24 Ultra captures 50-megapixel images with the new 5x optical zoom lens, then crops the center of the screen to create an impeccable 12-megapixel image with no loss in image quality.
That's not... Like, I've said that about Apple too.
Thanks to the new improved NPU, the AI is faster and more accurate. This means it can perform multi-frame processing and super resolution simultaneously from the get-go.
But what?
12-megapixel images still have top-notch.
Yeah, because we don't have enough over-processing in our modern smartphone photography.
Frames into a single exceptional image.
Wow, bravo! Hold for your applause. There's more.
And it was like borderline
Analyzes
racist.
images from both cameras even before you press the shutter, and based on the recognition of different types of subjects, it tunes details in each. The AI touches up the skin, sharpens details like grass and trees, and even amplifies subtleties in clothing and hair to give you optimal results with maximum beat.
Oh, okay, more over sharpening. Exactly what I wanted from a
Galaxy
Samsung
S24
camera.
Ultra's powerful AI technology is sure to once again wow people with its unparalleled picture quality.
impressive. Samsung Galaxy's smartest AI-powered camera. So epic.
By the way, this is the stream hicking up, not me. I guess the clip overall was cutish.
I wonder how the photo the Mona Lisa took came out.
What?
With nightography, you can capture
Wait, you say that without showing it?
The AI image
Like no comparison to the previous gen?
Works with the new 5x optical lens to capture vivid, social media ready portraits.
Social media ready.
The Galaxy S24 series has our best cameras yet. So we made sure that this epic quality carries over
And
to
people
your
meme
favorite
about
social
Apple when
apps,
Apple
too.
says it's like the best
Our
iPhone.
native
It's like,
camera
yeah.
experiences like nightography, super HDR, and video stabilization are now available through social in-app cameras for Instagram and Snapchat.
Somebody is like very lonely and likes sharing Instagram posts.
So you can take the same high quality photos and videos in your favorite app.
I mean, that's by the way 2 apps like Twitter, Facebook integration.
Uploading and the viewing experiences.
What?
You can even create fun stories directly from your motion photos.
What?
We work with Instagram to develop an upgraded end-to-end visual experience.
Okay, Super HDR is basically like an HDR format. Yeah, it's not actually making an image better, it's how it's displayed, which on Android has been quite trash for quite a while. So I'm glad that... Exactly, and other apps have been trash in general, but regardless of platform. So Google has been like the first major Android manufacturer who has implemented it like mainly across the device, and now Samsung is pushing also more for third-party integration.
We love helping you bring your creativity to life. Over the last 10 years, I've led a team of camera and AI experts at Samsung Research, where we developed several generations of AI multi-frame technologies that power the core of some of the most loved
computational photography is not just AI. Like saying AI also diminishes the work, I believe, of the actual engineers creating really smart algorithms, stuff like that.
For you to get pro-level photos and videos, even if you just point and shoot.
Thanks to the new processor.
Pro Visual Engine doesn't just help you get the shot, it also simplifies photo editing. When you're viewing photos in your gallery, your Galaxy S24 will automatically suggest editing options, like here. Do you see how this picture captured the reflection and glare from the harsh overhead lighting? Edit Suggestion is recommending that we fix that.
Wait, why?
With a quick press of this button, Pro Visual
It's actually good that it
remove the reflection and glare as if they were never there.
What? But it's good. What? Do we not want to exist in the real world anymore?
And generative AI opens up the possibilities of what you can create exponentially. You can realign photos and still create epic shots by magically filling the void.
What void? You created content around it. Oh god.
You can also move an object or person and generate a perfectly blended...
By the way, we have seen how these algorithms works on the Pixel. Believe me, nope, they're not that good. It's also, by the way, the same, like, this is such a niche feature that this is literally the same marketing as for the Pixel 8, because there's no other example.
That's why, with every generated image, we'll be adding a watermark to the image and a label in the metadata.
I mean, okay.
And now, you can create and watch a video in slow motion, even if you didn't record it that way. Sarah, take it away.
In the past, slowing down an existing video required you to create each missing part, frame by frame. But now, with the Pro Visual Engine,
Does
you can
create
turn
extra frames?
high-resolution
Yeah.
videos
You
into slow motion.
does it interpolate and then slow down? That's not bad.
It will analyze each frame of the video and add AI-generated images in between frames.
I highly recommend you guys check out AI generated in between images with like DLSS 3 and FSR 3 on PC games. It's not as good as they make it out to be.
Here to show you even more about what this trailblazing camera can do, we've invited a very special guest. Samsung is incredibly proud to be the maker of his official vlog camera. Everyone, welcome the one and only Mr. Beast.
What's up, everybody? I'm Mr. Beast. I want to tell you about the new Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra.
Wait, what is that trash camera quality?
I'm afraid of heights.
No. Was this captured with an S24?
25 feet in the air, and I want to show you guys the most.
Why does it look so bad? Why is there so much overprocessing on his face?
It's 10x zoom. We're 25 feet in the air. You can easily see every detail of that bar.
I mean, this is literally not new functionality.
We are now 50 feet in the air. Let's try again.
It's about as productive as all his content.
That is 30x. Oh my gosh. Whoa, it's picking up the tiny bar. You can zoom in 10x and then 10x to zoom on 10x. I mean, you can 100x zoom. It's very impressive.
I always reminded just how uncharismatic Mr. Beast actually is in stuff like this that isn't like obviously well edited and prepared.
This is one of my YouTube shorts.
And he definitely didn't bother here, which I kind of respect that.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? That's awesome. Basically, you can circle anything on your phone and it will automatically search it. Take me up! Why do we keep going up? For this next feature, I need to reveal something. Another chocolate bar. Who would have guessed? All right, Nolan, take a picture of me.
Wait, you aren't like showing us actually 100x, you are now showing us something that is probably objectively easier to capture?
And now that he's quick shared me the photo, I want to show you guys photo assist. Highlight the object to remove it. Hit this eraser, hit generate. And just like that, I am floating on a giant chocolate bar. See how the crane's gone?
But it didn't remove the thing on top.
S24 Ultra. I greatly appreciate it. Some of these features
wasn't it supposed to? Yeah, it definitely was supposed to.
Where's the ground? How do we get down from here?
This was worthless.
Thanks, Mr. Beast. Don't forget to quick share that photo to me too when you get a chance. With quick share, transferring
that
full
was
resolution
cringe.
original files is easy. Whether sharing directly to other Galaxy devices or effortlessly sharing with friends on a different platform via link or QR code. But we wanted to make it even more convenient.
Wait.
So we are excited to have partnered with Google to make quick share the single share solution across all Android devices.
We've seen that already at CES. Which, by the way, great that we now have an Android-wide solution that is actually pushed by manufacturers as well, because previously Samsung tried to push their own solution and not like, I believe they had like quick share before, but Google had nearby share.
And now, to tell us about the incredible performance of the Galaxy S24
Oh, now I'm
Series,
curious.
please welcome
Processor stuff.
DT.
Oh, David. Wait, DT? Why are you abbreviating everybody's names?
From communication to productivity and creativity, every experience you've seen today is made possible because it's powered by an advanced suite of technologies. And it all starts with our latest AP, designed to deliver exceptional performance
AP?
and lightning-fast processing.
What is AP?
Our state-of-the-art MPU is the fastest in the Galaxy series.
Oh, it better be, and it's your new flagship.
Real-time translation and generative editing to run smoothly and efficiently. We've also improved the CPU and GPU significantly.
Wait, but you have
which
two
enables
processors.
Seamless multitasking and video editing. And across CPU, NPU, and GPU of the Galaxy S24 Ultra, you'll experience stronger performance for faster and smoother gameplay.
I mean, it's not a new way to
The
play.
module is 53% faster, making the gaming experience more immersive and lifelike. So now, when you game, you'll experience true-to-life lighting, reflections, and shadows, making the gaming experience
Yeah,
more real
RT
than
on
ever.
smartphones, even an iPhone,
We're
and
working with
nah.
gaming studios, publishers, and game engine companies to bring you many more experiences enhanced by ray tracing.
4 games, awesome.
Top-notch performance is one thing, but maintaining that performance is another. To ensure your devices run efficiently,
Great,
no matter how
further
you use
improved
them,
heat
we wanna
dissipation.
make sure
That's
to keep them
nice.
cool. The Galaxy S24 series features a redesigned structure with a pop-up TIM, a liquid-type TIM, and wider vapor chamber around the AP to disperse heat efficiently.
What is an
and
AP?
in two
It's
directions.
processor.
This
What
allows
what
heat to be
processor?
spread and carried widely across the surface, preventing sudden temperature spikes. So even if you've been more immersed in your game, your Galaxy S24 series will maintain the powerful performance you need.
Wonder what that means for battery life
Performance is
if you
further
can allow it
optimized
to
by
run
Galaxy
like
AI,
more
so you can game for
demandingly,
longer.
basically.
The Galaxy S24 series excels in effective power management through its efficient AP and enhanced NPU performance. Couple that with a long-lasting battery, and now you'll be able to enjoy even more gameplay.
But the 5000 is the
Just
same
now,
as
Gaming
before.
outdoors is even better. The entire Galaxy S24 series features screens with a peak brightness
Of
of
20.
2,600 nits.
Okay, let's see how much of that it actually does in real life.
Environment and adapt automatically to help you see your screen more clearly with 3 levels of brightness and color adjustment. This is the best smartphone for gamers, and who to better to chat with us about this impressive gameplay than Pokemon.
Oh my god.
Hi, everyone. Wow, I cannot believe I'm here at Unpacked. I'm so used to talking to people from behind my camera.
This
It
is so
crazy to
cringe.
see this
It's
many
like
people
5
in
billion
person.
influencers.
As
It's
you
like
may know, it's really important to me to have the best gaming experience.
no, you play on a fucking PC. What do you mean?
It makes the graphics in each scene feel so lifelike. And
Pokemon.
Galaxy S24 brings that technology to mobile. I've been gaming for years, and I've never seen such immersive gameplay. Trust me, I've tried every device there is out there. And with Galaxy S24, ray tracing is truly so cool. On top of that, it's great outdoors. I travel pretty often.
Like
and
most immersive experience. Like this woman has like access to every piece of gaming hardware ever made.
automatically. Pretty nice, right?
She isn't even talking about like a large OLED tablet or something. She's talking about a smartphone.
Can you take it from here?
Wait, that's all? You didn't even get her to play?
I love gaming outdoors myself, and the innovative design behind the Galaxy S24 series' device display makes it perfect for that. Here to tell us more, please welcome back Drew.
Thanks, DT. Our smartphones have always been known for their bold aesthetics and durable designs. And Galaxy S24 Ultra is our most durable smartphone yet. For the first time ever, we're harnessing the power of titanium.
Wait, I thought
to
there
give
was like a
Galaxy S24
titanium
Ultra a
Galaxy in the
super premium
past.
feel and durability. It's Samsung Galaxy's toughest metal yet, with higher corrosion resistance, yield strength, and hardness.
I mean, corrosion resistance
We also
does
made the
not
device
really
thinner,
matter
to
in a
fit
full
better the
aluminum.
contours of your hand. Replace the front edge display with a flatter one for writing with the S Pen. The display has evenly designed bezels, it's more vivid and more visible, and it's more durable.
But for years you like show off like the curved edges, and now it's apparently a good thing that it's completely flat. Like, this is the kind of like dissociative like marketing that Apple would get memed to hell and back. It's similar to how Apple like rightfully was rimmed for like the iPhone 5 having like those ads that it's like the perfect size, but then the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus being way larger. This is on the exact same level.
Corning Gorilla Armor. With this state-of-the-art material, we've advanced the performance of Gorilla Glass in 3 ways.
I don't care about smartphone durability. I use cases and a cover glass anyway. It's like
on concrete-like surfaces, Gorilla Armor performed up to 3 times better compared to competitive aluminosilicate cover glasses. Second, Gorilla Armor improves scratch resistance.
no. I guarantee you, it's not 4 times more scratch resistant.
4 times more scratch resistance compared to competitive cover glasses.
Competitive.
This testing replicated micro scratches caused by daily wear, like when you put your phone in your pocket with keys or coins. And the test showed that Gorilla Armor displayed no visible scratches. And finally, Gorilla Armor enhances your everyday optical experience by reducing screen reflection by up to 75%. With Gorilla Armor
versus the previous generation or versus competitive solutions? What kind of cheap ass device did you compare this to?
Creating the ultimate user experience in any environment.
Like, did you even compare it to the previous gen?
Most scratch resistant and most optically advantaged Gorilla Glass yet.
Optically advantaged. Interesting way to put it.
Meaningful collaboration between Corning and Samsung. It is truly exciting to work together to bring new innovations to the world and to introduce Gorilla Armor on the Galaxy S24 Ultra. Thanks, Drew. Back to you.
Thanks, John. Galaxy S24 Ultra is iconic. And Galaxy S24 and S24 Plus bring a one-mass design.
What?
Creating a cohesive look that seamlessly combines the display with a durable armor aluminum frame. With a range of gender-neutral colors inspired by nature, our Galaxy S24 series redefines durability and style.
Gender-neutral colors? What kind of
this series
BS?
is a testament to resilience, sophistication, and Samsung's cutting-edge innovation.
What? What? Which part? Our cutting-edge innovation to adopt a material that had already been adopted.
I am small, but I'm a warrior.
What?
We've got one planet, and that we need to look after it.
Nós nos sentimos parte da Terra, parte das árvores. Se morrer, morre junto.
It's very easy to never start something in this world, but I said no one is taking care of it. I'm going to.
Oh, it's probably like for their like environmental list, basically, like, oh, it's sustainably sourced and stuff like.
Sustainable fabrics and upcycling textiles.
Wait, you don't. Every voice matters, but we give them like 15 seconds. No, not even 15 seconds, like 4 or 5 seconds.
Transform discarded fishing nets into a high-performance material for our Samsung Galaxy devices.
We're all responsible for preserving the environment for generations to come.
This belief inspires us to make Galaxy innovations that do more for people and the planet.
I believe we cannot save the planet alone.
We don't have to do things perfectly. Small things will have a big impact.
Like, why are you bringing environmentalists in there instead of your own people? You had like people and actually your team like talking about it. Like, let them talk. I don't need random environmentalists to. No wonder the event lost like half its viewers, right? It started like 400,000, then I believe it went up to like 700K, right? Now it's at 335.
2 years ago, we introduced our first ever smartphone that applies recycled plastics sourced from discarded fishing nets. Since then, we have used a wider variety of recycled materials.
By the way, with how long this is going, I'm not even sure I will do like post like long analysis post the event. I might really save that until I have gotten time with all the facts, and then like later in the week or early next week I would love to do like a breakdown where I also use like hands-on videos from other creators and stuff like that.
Galaxy device. Galaxy S24 Ultra's battery features a minimum of 50% recycled cobalt, while all the magnets in the speaker are made from 100% recycled rare earth elements. These materials have been recovered from lithium-ion batteries or magnets that were discarded during manufacturing or from products.
Okay, that's positive. It's not even worth bringing that up in the notes sheet, though.
Finite natural resources. So we've used recycled variations in the Galaxy S24 series, and we expect that step-by-step changes in selecting more circular materials will lead to improved environmental and social performance of our devices across their life cycle. Additionally, every Galaxy S24 series comes in a box made from 100%.
Nice. I genuinely like that kind of stuff. I like small packaging, recycled packaging.
Continue to innovate for people to be able to use these devices for longer. All of these efforts are key in helping us achieve a commitment to create a more sustainable future. And we're making great progress to reach our mobile businesses' sustainability goals by the end of 2025. In fact, by incorporating at least one recycled material in all new mobile products spanning Galaxy smartphones.
I mean, if you're using recycled cobalt, every device has batteries.
We achieved the first of these goals by the end of 2022. So we are delighted to share that we've already set a new goal to take things to the next level. We plan to incorporate at least one recycled material in every module of every one of our mobile products by 2030.
Oh, every module, so like in cameras, wait, how would it work for processors and motherboards?
We will continue to review our achievements, identify more opportunities to accelerate action, and deliver even more positive change for the environment and for communities across the globe by continuing to innovate and collaborate openly with like-minded partners. In doing so,
I mean, we are over an hour in. This is terribly paced.
For good, delivering positive impact at scale. Back to you, Drew.
Like, this should have fitted into 40 minutes.
The Galaxy experience is designed to
Oh, they have a sheet that is different from Apple's. That's nice. Dynamic OLED.
Incredible power of Galaxy AI. The Galaxy
hardware changes are really a dime a dozen. Like, they're really few and far between. Yeah, not dime a dozen. What am I talking?
The Galaxy S24 series will be available for pre-order starting today.
Whoa. $12.99.
$799.
Wait, wasn't it $11.99 before that? It's $100 more expensive than the Pro Max.
Ultra at $1,299. Galaxy S23 FE is available from $599, and S23 will be available from
Yeah, nobody really should buy the S23 if it's well, the S24 will be Exynos.
Galaxy AI experiences that we introduced today to select Galaxy devices in the first half of this year.
Yay! Slow update rollouts. Yay! Slightly better than before and only for the flagships. Yay!
Most innovative and most intelligent one yet. It'll help you capture and create, take better notes, and enjoy better gameplay. It can even help you create smarter, healthier routines and resist.
Yeah, they lost like another 20,000 viewers. What the?
Is it cheetah chasing us? No. Grizzly bear? What? Enemy warrior? Who are you? I'm your prehistoric instincts. I if we're not about to die, why are we running? Because it's good for me, and Samsung Health is helping me stick with it. It runs an AI now. I don't know what any of this means!
It runs in here.
Take it all. Take it all. Take it all. We need to gain body fat for war.
I've actually been trying to manage my weight.
By loading up on fried chickens?
By overcoming my instincts every once in a while.
What? Who? Me? How?
With Samsung Health. It analyzes my body and helps keep me on track.
This hurts. Nightfall. So many fears to fear.
The only thing I'm afraid of, getting bad sleep.
But that's bad too.
Try not to be.
You know, a good day starts with a good night.
Good night.
I can track my sleep cycle in 4 different stages more accurately because it uses an advanced machine learning.
I hate this so much. People care too much about this. Like, this is actually more hurting people's sleep than helping.
I didn't know you could keep this up for, wow, 5 hours.
I did.
Stress levels low, sleep is good, great HRV, activity levels are up.
Come on, let's go again.
Again? I think I get it now. It's hard to live a healthy life. You're just.
I will admit the clip is actually reasonably funny. I don't understand why it's here.
Life-changing progress.
Yeah, but how do you even?
Is there a new Galaxy Watch?
Samsung Health. Those are right there. I wonder what will come next.
Who knows?
Small daily choices can be life-changing. And Samsung Health and the Galaxy ecosystem can help you make smarter and healthier choices every day.
And now it's powered by AI.
Commitment to comprehensive health solutions, we are constantly innovating the Samsung Health platform to provide you with more personalized health monitoring and contextual coaching. We collaborate with leading universities and academic hospitals through our Open Innovation Initiative to explore new intelligent approaches to the health and wellness and to expand the possibilities of Samsung Health experience. And with Galaxy AI, we're preparing for the beginning of an entirely new era of digital health. Let's start where your day ends, with sleep.
Oh my god, this focus on sleep, like, guys, take this from me. I'm a med student in my last year. I've done like some small, it's not a full internship, but you know, when you just try something out, right? In like sleep laboratory, stuff like that. There's no value here unless you have like an actual disease. As long as you feel actually not tired, that's good. And if you feel too tired, then it's very likely that you're doing something wrong, and overthinking it is actually gonna make it worse. Like, yeah, it's good to know that like you should like reduce your tech consumption before you sleep. You should know when you eat, like that you shouldn't sleep under bright lights and stuff like that. But having your REM sleep analyzed and your different sleep phases, it's so.
Recognition of this underdiagnosed disease can lead to timely intervention, yielding improved sleep quality, better blood pressure control, and improved cognitive function. By leveraging our bioactive sensor, the Samsung sleep apnea feature will be able to monitor relative blood oxygen level changes while you sleep.
Oh, are they bringing this up because the iPhone has like the oxygen sensor issues legally right now?
About possible treatments. With Samsung Health, you'll have smart new tools to easily manage your health and well-being. Just take the new Samsung Health medication tracker and reminder. It's an intelligent new way to manage your medications and supplements. It reminds you when to take your medicine and gives you helpful insights about potential.
Oh my god, the drug interaction thing. Ask your doctor. Don't rely on anything. Like, it's better to not take a medication than ask a doctor. Then, oh my god. Because there are also exceptions to certain things, and there are actually some stuff that might be labeled somewhere as like it's counterindication, but it's actually like off-label use and stuff like that. You should ask a doctor.
Developed based on expert consultation. My vitality score.
Deviansh, I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. Pokimane was reading a script, and a terrible one at that. She literally claimed this was like the Galaxy S24 Ultra was the most immersive gaming experience she ever had, and like she's literally like a Twitch streamer who like does games as well. Like this is mind-bogglingly stupid. To even entertain this is like something remotely realistic. They didn't even get her to play a game. Like she could have played like a few minutes or like a few seconds of Genshin Impact or something.
Prepared for whatever comes your way.
And by the way, guys, I'm mostly ignoring this because I like health features and I really respect people caring a lot about their health. I think that tech is more limited than people understand in what it actually knows about you, and I wouldn't trust AI with like giving me an interpretation of how I feel or something like that.
We're taking the possibilities of Samsung Health to the next level by bringing Samsung Health's cutting-edge innovations.
I can call you DV. Thanks, that helps a lot. It's also way shorter to say.
And accessible health and wellness device here to change the shape of future health.
Oh, we are getting a new Galaxy Watch?
Can. Meet the Galaxy Ring.
The Galaxy... Oh no. Oh my god. You have watches that have more sensors, a screen to show you, a ring is worse. Oh god.
With AI, technology is empowering us to stay connected.
Why are you showing images where people aren't wearing the ring? What kind of presentation is this?
This is just the beginning, and we can't wait for you to try it yourself. Thank you so much.
Wait, what? Where's the Galaxy Ring? You didn't even talk about it? What sensors it has? What is it priced at? Wait, did I miss something? What happened? Wait, I thought there would be like new laptops here as well and stuff. Galaxy AI is here, okay. Wait, welcome? What do you mean welcome? Wait. That's it? I thought we were getting like Galaxy laptops and stuff like that. Like a new Galaxy book. Like there was one during last year's Galaxy S23 presentation. I thought that was pretty much like... Okay, guys, we're taking a look at what, like, very briefly, S24 Ultra impression. Let's see what Marquez has to say on this.
Yo, welcome to your first look at the Samsung Galaxy S24 series. And I think they're way more interesting than they look on the outside. So we have three new phones today. Galaxy S24, S24 Plus, and S24 Ultra. And as expected, yes, they look very similar to the S20.
This stuff came out like, what, an hour ago. So during the presentation, Samsung allowed people to update videos on their new phone. You cannot understand how much I hate this kind of tactic. When you cannot even let a presentation speak for yourself, probably because you know it's pretty badly put together, and you already allow content creators to make videos on your device. like, by the way, this is impression, so there's like no like deep analysis of performance or battery life here, or even like whether or not display brightness actually like lives up to the 2600 nits promised. But I just want to really like go into it, see like what his impressions are with the actual AI. Now, I know Marquez is not the most detail-oriented reviewer, but he is the biggest one. I genuinely trust him to say what he believes. I just usually understand he will be a little coy about it, like he will not go into extremes like somebody small like I can afford to do. So let's get into this. Can I speed this up though? I want it at 1.25 speeds.
23 lineup, especially design-wise, but it's when you get under the hood, and especially with software and the whole Samsung AI thing, that it gets way more interesting. So first, let me start with everything that's physically new, because the list actually isn't long. So on the outside, S24 and S24 Plus are going to look just like last year. Same dimensions, same body sizes, the camera rings, the button placement. There's just new colors: black, gray, violet, and yellow. All matte instead of glossy, which I was not expecting, but I like it. And then it's squared off, basically exactly like an iPhone. Now I know, sometimes people say, oh, there's this feature that kind of resembles the iPhone, or it looks a little like the iPhone. No, these flat sides and the flat screen look exactly like the iPhone all the way around, just being honest here.
Even with like the millimeter wave like cutout.
Slightly thinner all the way around, making way for slightly larger displays on the S24 and S24 Plus. So now it's 6.2 inches and 6.7 inches.
Okay.
So these panels themselves are actually sneaky major upgrades, especially the
slightly larger.
So they're both now a ridiculously bright 2600 nits. And the Plus, that got bumped up from 1080p to Quad HD, and it looks like you do have the option to use it at 120 hertz while it is Quad HD, just like the Ultra, which I mean, that's pretty sick. It's 1080 by default, but that's definitely an upgrade they didn't have to do, and I appreciate that. And then the phones also have slightly larger batteries, both of them, up to 4,000 milliamp hours on the S24 and 4,900 milliamp hours on the S24 Plus. And then the big dog, the S24 Ultra, is actually even more tweaked. So again, it looks similar, obviously, but it's trimmed up just a tiny bit.
Wait.
Thinner.
Like, I just checked the German website for the S24 Ultra. There apparently still is like an 8 gig model. It's just what? Then there's 1 terabyte. There are pretty big discounts right now. Otherwise, there's only like a 10% price difference to the iPhone 15 Pro Max. But like, let's continue here. I hate, by the way, how Samsung like discounts their prices at first, like to basically encourage like a fear of missing out, and then the devices get more expensive, which is like not how it's supposed to work. Whatever.
Side rails are now titanium instead of aluminum. Well, I've never heard that before. And the display up at the front is now completely 100% flat from corner to corner. And I'm really liking it. So you might remember we went from having really dramatically curved edges on the old Ultra phones and Notes from back in the day to a gentle curve to almost no curve, but now it's no curve at all, which means it's totally flat, and there's actually much less bezels all the way around, and the screen goes to the very edges. And then also the Ultra is matte in all of its new colors, black like usual, but a new titanium color, and a violet and yellow. Then on the inside, they're all running the new Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip across the board. And then the cameras. The cameras appear to be more or less the same as last year with the S24 and S24 Plus. But the S24 Ultra, they've shook it up just a little bit. So the Ultra phone, we've gotten used to having this space zoom, so it was a 200 megapixel main camera, but then it had 2 telephotos, a 3x and a 10x. But with this new S24 Ultra, you still get the 200 megapixel main camera, but then a 3x telephoto.
Okay.
And then a new 5x telephoto.
Okay, I'm checking the German website right now, and it seems like they are not telling us which processor is which, but you can pretty easily guess it. And that's like, I'm just gonna say processor, and that's for Germany, obviously, because that's where I am. Like, Germany will have like a deca-core chip for that's the Exynos, because that's 10 cores. That's basically what they've shown about. For S24 and the Plus as well. So no Snapdragon here in Germany for either the S24 or S24 Plus, and then octa-core, which I highly assume is the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, Why can I not type correctly today? That's the S8 Gen 3, and my assumption for the S24 Ultra. Okay, so that really puts into question, though, the 900 euros and the 1500 euro pricing of the S24 and S24 Plus, because that, like, I know that they like give you a lot of storage, but like with Exynos, it's like it's dangerously close to the iPhone pricing,
which is kind of curious, but I actually think it makes sense here. Basically, the 10x is a huge jump of zoom. And I think Samsung is realizing not a lot of people are actually zooming into 10x. This is just my theory anyway. So
and my favorite zoom range would be 4x. I've said that time and time again. And then from 4x, I would love like an optical shooter.
And then the higher megapixel count should mean that when you hit the 10x button that's in the camera, it crops into the middle 50% of the frame, and you should still have nearly the same quality of a shot as the old low-res 10x. Now, this is all a theory, a lens theory, but I'm going to have to test all this stuff out and, of course, see how well it works for the full review. So definitely make sure you get subscribed to see that when it comes out. Shout out to MattPat. Now, other than that, it feels like it's pretty much the same set of cameras across the board. And the Ultra, that also still has a 5,000 milliamp hour battery with the S Pen slotted in the side as usual. So if you want all the new specs across the board, here's a nice little chart we've made for you so you can pause and see the numbers and the prices and everything. I do wish the S24 started at 256 gigs in 2024, but anyway, we got to talk about this new chip for a minute. So all these phones are running the new Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip across the board. Great flagship chip, beginning of its life cycle. So, you know, there's a couple phones trickling out with this one now, and there will be way more. And of course, I have to test things like the performance and the battery life and how heating works out. But it's also very clear that Qualcomm has built in a bunch of AI processing features into this chip. And so now
there are a couple of things that I'm just seeing. Like, there's no satellite connectivity, even though they promised it for the latest Exynos.
Some of these phones, and let me know if you agree. So the big one that I think most people will find the most useful on this phone is the instant visual search. So no matter where you are on the phone, whatever you're doing, if you just hold down the home button, or if you have gestures, just hold down the gesture bar, you can then either tap or circle something on your screen to instantly Google search it. And it's just the few times I played with it, it's really fast. And this whole visual search feature thing, it's not like it's totally new. Like, we've had reverse image search and Google Lens for years, but I'm loving the convenience of just, you know, being on a website, seeing an image or something you just want to know more about, and then just long pressing, Googling it real quick, and getting the info. Or even something in your gallery. You know, maybe there's a landmark or something in a photo and you just Google the image. I mean, I think it's awesome. I think people are going to be probably using it a lot. It's also just something you have to spend a little time getting used to, because everyone knows you can type things into Google, but to just visual search Google stuff, super useful. Then basically there's a bunch of other little places in the phone where you see the little stars.
Yeah, by the way, I do want to provide transformational content, but there isn't that much I can say here. It's like he's repeating a lot of what we've already had.
Summarize your voice recording after you record.
But he doesn't tell us if it works well.
Now it can do things like straighten out your handwriting, or turn your notes into bullet points, or summarize your notes. It's just, you gotta
Final Q should VVV. Wait, what? What was the original? What was the original thing here there? Before he transferred it. VVV. Wait, what does it mean? What?
Straighten out your handwriting, or turn your notes into bullet points, or summarize your notes. It's just, you gotta find those little stars and press them. And the Galaxy S24 Ultra feels like it becomes more than just the ultimate note-taking device, but now it's even more useful on top of the already borderline magical handwriting recognition and all that stuff. So I love it.
Handwriting recognition has never been magical for me, no matter the device.
You're gonna have a phone call with someone who speaks a different language, it will do.
Okay, so this is highly, okay. So the early impressions will be all like this. Nobody's telling us how well any of this actually works. They all are just telling us that it does, right?
With a model stored on the device. And it seems like the models are, you know, somewhere from 100 to 500 megs each. And when you get on the phone, you just speak your language, and the phone will visually and audibly translate what you're saying for the person on the other end. They hear their own language. Then they speak their language, and the same thing. You hear them, but then you immediately hear a translated version in your own language. And it's pretty fast. I mean, I've never used live translation this smooth before. Now, I also don't speak Korean, so I'm not about to vouch for how accurate it is, but, you know, I'm going to try this with Spanish and try to verify a little more when I review the phone.
Let us watch him to the end, and then I'll check, like, what the website says for the US.
It also speaks to how accurate they think it is. And then, of course, the photo app gets AI. This one's not a shocker, but it's also kind of shocking how close it is to some other things that we've seen before. So
I mean, it uses a lot of Google stuff as the backend.
You can do a couple simple things like,
oh, by the way, like mega ultra process selfie, like This is not how Marquez looks like.
Seems like it's just doing some color.
Selfie looks bad.
That's cool. It works. I think a lot of people will just find that stuff useful right off the bat. But once you go into the editor, you'll see in the bottom left-hand corner a familiar group of stars that are back. It's literally a full-on magic editor, just like the Pixel.
Yeah.
So you jump in there, you can circle things, highlight things to move around, and of course it's even more precise with the S Pen, but then it literally does the same thing. It takes a few seconds to generate a fill the background, it plays a nice little animation, and then when it's done, it spits out a few options of a new
Oh, it takes way longer than it did during the presentation.
Also, I don't know, there seems to be less restrictions with this one than Google's, at least because I remember the Pixel was very picky about letting me move people around, but I encountered nothing that this one was not willing to mess with. So the good thing is, in the final result, there is a baked-in watermark at the bottom left-hand corner. So you'll know in your gallery, if you're looking at an image that has those stars as a watermark, that it didn't actually look like that when you captured it. You can also apparently turn a regular video into a slow-motion video as the AI generates new frames in between actual.
Yeah, so he's just regurgitating stuff.
If it's as good as some of the generative AI stuff I've seen, could be shockingly good, but that's just another AI feature. Either way, clearly.
No context, no nothing.
Now, it's kind of funny. Bixby is like sort of the main character of AI on Samsung phones in the past, and I don't really see any indication that Bixby itself is actually taking big leaps forward. It's still on the phones, it still works, but we'll have to see. I'm going to test that.
This is so, like, Marquez does not put in the work when it comes to stuff like this.
That isn't just
I mean, we are almost done with this video. And then I'll just briefly go to their website, and then we're okay. Now okay, yeah, that's done. Let me just briefly check here. Yeah. So I'll just move myself here. Hope that I don't cover up my video stream. So how do I switch to the US website? Because I explicitly typed in .com and it still opened the German website for me. Thank you. God forbid I actually get to choose the language I want. Like features, support, members, nope, no language features to choose from. Person, no, don't want to log in either. Jesus Christ, why is that so complicated? Samsung.com, just no, okay, cannot delete it. Can I please just type in Samsung.com without going to the German website? Okay, now I can. Okay. No, wait, it's still, like, it's still. Do I have to type in US? Yeah, okay. I had to type in US. Oh my god, that was so painful. So choose your location. Okay, yeah, keep it US and English. So let us check what the actual specifications are. Let's look first at the S24 and S24 Plus. Save up to. Okay, learn more. Okay, so there's a credit, comparing specs. Okay, so they do have. Okay, so the battery rumors were true. By the way, no Qi 2 charging, right? From everything that I've seen, I believe they would have talked about this. It seems like the 12 gig, the 8 gig model on the Ultra that I've seen on the German website, I have no idea if it's actually real, because it's the same price as the 12 gig model. So I would rationalize it away, basically, its existence. Okay, in the US it's all Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, and they do have like a standardized 8 versus 12, no 16 gigabyte options. It seems like 1 terabyte is now definitely at least available, like 5G. So the cameras are pretty much exactly what we've expected. 200 megapixel main here, 50 megapixel main. By the way, they've not once talked about the cameras here, so that's not too great, unfortunately. A front 12 megapixels. Wait, what was the S23 Ultra's? It was also 12 megapixels. Okay. For some reason I believe that the S20, but like, wasn't there like an S22 Ultra? Yeah, the S22 Ultra had like 40 megapixels on the front. So that's actually what's quite confusing to me, why this, yeah, so this number has definitely gone down. And yeah, we had like a 10 megapixel tele 10x. Now we have a 50 megapixel tele 5x. I'll just keep the S23 Ultra in comparison, right? So yeah, there's no 8GB option in the United States. We just moved to the next generation. S Pen integrated. Okay, so same aperture here, f1.7. I highly assume it's the same sensor size. Same aperture on the front. F2.4 50 megapixel. Okay, f4.9 here versus f3.4. That's okay, a lot better, thankfully. That's okay. So this is an error in like how they scroll it. It's supposed to be like those two are together. It's a 10 megapixel 3x camera with an f2.4 aperture and a 50 megapixel f3.4, which I believe is about the same as Apple's, right? iPhone 15 Pro. Here's like the tech specs. My God, Apple's website is like leaps and boundaries ahead of Samsung's. It's like not even funny. Cameras. Where's the telephoto? Here. No, Apple's actually has a wider aperture, f2.8 versus Samsung's 3.4. So I believe Samsung uses a slightly larger sensor here. But this could actually be a problem. It could be that Apple wins against the S24 Ultra in 5x zoom. Let's see how it actually like performs. Flaw detection, okay. So 6.8 inch size, no size increase here. They just don't use like no edge screen display is actually a positive thing here. No, I don't want to see this. Okay, so they do not go into super hard detail because I would love to know if it has like Wi-Fi 7, for example, because I believe it was supposed to get it, but this is not the full spec sheet by any means here. Galaxy S24 Ultra, if I click on this like that. Okay, so we do have like the titanium body, the Gorilla Glass armor screen. We do have like the, wait, there are so many colors of the actual titanium blue, titanium green, titanium orange, titanium gray, titanium black, titanium violet, titanium yellow, titanium blue. Okay, there are more colors here than I thought. That's actually quite cool. So many AI features. All-day battery life. Yeah, by the way, that was fascinating. On the spec sheet, they didn't have battery life? Really? Up to 1 terabyte of storage. Oh, what is Galaxy AI? Like, the lists are so... Performance... Okay, so... Yeah, compare specs do not give us, unfortunately, everything. Like, even in 5G, they don't, like, specify which modems they use and stuff like that. Which, I mean, like, Apple doesn't go into too much detail either. And I know comparative pages can be a little bit off. Like, they are... no, don't give my... okay, so it's 1420 for the 512 gigabyte version. And the 256 is what, locked? What? Why? Can I not order one right now? Is it already double the storage on us? Okay. But it's not cheaper. What do you mean about double the storage on us? If it's supposed to be double the storage, why doesn't it cost 1,300 then? I am confused. No, what the... Okay, so this is with the offer programs, but why can't I turn it off? Like, look at this. I haven't done anything wrong. I haven't clicked for a second that I want to, like, buying in bulk. Okay, so the prices are pretty much what they were last year. S24 Ultra, tech specs. Let's see if some other website might have, like, broken it down. Tech radar. No, those are all a little older. Specs for you, like, I just want to know which Wi-Fi spec it has. Like Bluetooth. Really? Is that all the tech specs just for the S24 Ultra? Oh, okay, that's cool. So, wait, it does says Deca Core for these models. Which market are we? That's Latin in? Wait. No. Wait, why? Why does it switch me to, like, random locations? Other countries and locations. What? That's outrageous, but whatever. Let's just briefly switch to German. And let's go to specifications, because yes, look, this is what I told you already here on my notes sheet, because I checked that on my iPad. There's like a Deca Core chip for the S24 and S24 Plus, but there's like an octa core, which is the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 here. So it's 120 hertz, which is not like 144 or 165 as some are doing. It's nice that they actually have like available storage. I assume this is like the latest modem. That's good. They have like Wi-Fi Direct. Do they really not mention like which Wi-Fi spec this even has? Because there's like USB Type-C, 3.2 Gen 1, which I believe would be 5 gigabits per second, right? That's not 10. Yeah, if Gen 1 is the 5 gigabits, so that's slower than on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. So it misses actually quite a lot of stuff that the iPhone does in that regard. Like the iPhone now has a faster USB-C. The iPhone has Qi2 charging because the iPhone obviously has MagSafe. So while it is quite a nice improvement because it just has a new processor and stuff like that, and a new screen over the Galaxy S23 Ultra, this does not look that impressive. Yes, it seems it is a little heavier than the S23 Ultra, which also makes it now heavier than the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Battery life claims are usually garbage here. So yeah, there will actually be a lot left for me to basically analyze as I go through like reviews, early impressions, stuff like that. It seems like they basically changed as little as possible, which, like, sure, Apple tends to sometimes do that as well. But look here, they have like Wi-Fi A, B, G, and AX, right? So why do they not list that for the Ultra? Yeah, like, okay, they probably are not network. Maybe it's here. No, that's just 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G. Yeah, okay, so they don't have all the specs that I would want right now. Which, like, from also like the lower, like the cheaper models, from what I know, don't have like ultra wideband, right? Do they even mention like ultra wideband here? Like Wi-Fi Direct, NFC, ultra wideband. Okay, C. Okay, that's because we somehow switched to, even though I explicitly clicked on German, by the way. Also, it's like Latin, English, and then it answers me C. Like, what happened here? Okay, so there's a lot of unknowns, unfortunately, right now that I won't be able to fully answer. And I'll keep my eyes on basically what we see. But yeah, there's no confirmation of G2, no confirmation of satellite connectivity, no confirmation or supposedly a denial that ultra wideband would be on every device. I don't see Wi-Fi 7 on the S24 Ultra. I'll just type it, Wi-Fi 7 S24 Ultra. Maybe. Why does it do German automatically? I hate that. Okay, the S24. First victim of the S24's Exynos 2400, Wi-Fi 7. While the S20 is powered exclusively by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chipset. By the way, the 8 Gen 3 does not guarantee you Wi-Fi 7 support. That's not how it works. They do not support Wi-Fi 7. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 does, which is why the S24 Ultra will be able to connect to Wi-Fi 7 routers. Okay, that's cool. That's at least one nice thing here. That like I wouldn't even expect Wi-Fi 7 to come to the lower ones, but like at least, hey, that's better than Apple's by a generation, right? The Apple has like Wi-Fi 6 for the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus, and then 6E for the Pros, which granted, like most people will not have Wi-Fi 7 for years. By the time you probably have like something that can probably take advantage of it in terms of networks, you most likely will not be using an S24 Ultra, but it's nice to have. So Sam Mobile is just about Samsung, I guess. Big surprise, Samsung teases the Galaxy Ring. Okay, so that explains why they didn't give any details, was just a tease. The S24 Plus gets a resolution upgrade, which technically, yes, makes it sharper than the S24 Ultra. Yeah, so this is them covering the event. Which, like, if I go to the S24 Ultra, introduction, specifications, do they have like everything already here? No, they don't. Okay, so we'll go through those things as they keep coming in and as we'll get the first reviews. I also want to cover in the next couple of days like the iPad Pro rumors with like some of the ridiculous pricing and stuff like that. So I'm happy that I covered this event. I'm happy that people tuned in during it. I know I've been off for quite a while, so let's hope that the algorithm recommends me more in the future. I really enjoyed being here. My thoughts are mostly meh, because I would have liked to see a price decrease given how little has actually changed. But hey, I mean, it's not bad by any means. I just, after like looking into like Xiaomi 14 Pro series, like the new Vivo phones, OnePlus, it's just this pricing is a little bit questionable to me. By the way, I apologize. My stream seems to have some big hiccups. So I hope that YouTube will solve them afterwards. I will not be like restarting the stream right now. But yeah, I'll just basically can say thank you so much for tuning in. I hope to see you guys next time for probably an Apple topic and then some more Samsung stuff down the road. So thank you guys so much. This is Mark Tech tuning out.